Okay, in this segment, I'll give 3 examples of how you can quickly create a list of talks by a particular speaker or group of speakers, and then find the keywords, the words and phrases that are more common by those speakers than by others. So first of all, let's create a list of talks by President Monson. And if you want more information on how to do this, look at the segment on creating lists. So we've just created a list of talks by President Monson, over 200 of these, almost 500,000 words. Now I could, for example, just click on noun and I'd see the nouns that he uses the most, and that's a nice list, but really what we might want is to find the nouns that are more specific to President Monson compared to other speakers in General Conference. So I select specific, and now when I click on noun, okay, they're starting to look a little bit more like words that President Monson might use more than others. And if I want to get this even more specific, I can click on this sign here, the plus, and now when I click on specific, I see words like, for example, tears, and you can click on any of these words, of course, to see the actual word used in context in General Conference. Parents, smiles, windows, widows, Christmas, pathway, pathway to perfection, and so on. And this is a fairly nice list that kind of characterizes the speech of President Monson. Let me give you another example of this. Let's say that we wanted to create a list of talks that were given by President Benson in the 1960s. So we just select Presidents of the Church, then President Benson, and then for the years I'd put 1960 to 1969. And I might call this Ezra Taft Benson 1960s, let's say. And so we've got 19 talks there, almost 60,000 words. And again, we can click on specific, and then we could click on noun. And when we look at that, we can see what the focus of many of his talks were in the 1960s. Let's do one last example of this. So we'll again choose Presidents of the Church, but we could choose current church leaders or whatever we want. And so we're going to create a list of talks by President Hinckley. And now we could come in and we could say, find me words that are more specific to his talks. But in this case, let's look, for example, for adjectives. And when we see this list, it doesn't look that useful, but if we click on the plus sign here a few times and then click on specific, then we can start seeing words that are more specific to President Hinckley. So a lot of these very positive adjectives: tremendous, confident, remarkable, magnificent, vast, wonderful, significant, beloved, and so on. So it's very easy to create a list of words that are more specific to a particular speaker or group of speakers by simply using the keyword function. Once you've created a list of speakers here, then it's just a matter of clicking on one of these links here, and you can get the same thing by just clicking on Find Keywords.